Hey there, Justice Maniacs! Zack Snyder's Justice League did what the 2017 Joss Whedon version couldn't do. Bring justice to the Justice League. My link to part 1 is below, on how Joss took over from Zack, and then Zack took it back and breathed life into the limping beast by turning it into a 4-hour leviathan. And we realize it's not only the directorial choices that turned this Kiddie Punchaboo into quality art. It's not only the story or the cinematography, not only the music, not only the performances, but something that the actress said to the bishop. Sometimes length matters.
I'm not broken.
Cyborg / Victor Stone was created in 1980, while the original Justice League of America premiered in 1960, with Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, and Flash. No one from the Silver Age grew up with Cyborg. He was retconned as a founding member in 2011, so I don't really like the guy.
Fuck the world.
I like the guy. Victor has a complicated relationship with his father, physicist Silas Stone, the excellent Joe Morton. He was never a caring parent, busy with work, yet he saved Victor's life with that work, a mother box. But to do so, he had to make Victor a cyborg. Silas would make the ultimate sacrifice for his son, and the heart-rending scene of Victor lamenting,
My father. I didn't save him. I couldn't.
which I love, showing the downside of superpowers. They have limits. Not only an orphan, but feeling less than human, the League would help Victor realize he was not broken and not alone. Victor is not just a simple Iron Man ripoff. In Snyder Cut, we can now fully understand his role as a future tech hacker in this digital age, striding amongst the cyber world like a colossus. Remember what I said about the new wave of warfare being cyber and beyond? So Zack got it right when he rebooted Victor as a cyber entity, the machine man who could infiltrate the mother boxes. Well, half right, because how does Victor's digital prowess access the magic of the mother boxes? Okay, everyone, keep punching!
My turn.
As far as I'm concerned, we got gypped out of a proper Man of Steel trilogy and a proper Batfleck trilogy from the two best proponents of their superheroes ever. I said it. I mean it. And it's sad that in Snyder Cut, Batman is actually diminished by what Snyder leaves out. His arc from Batman v Superman of becoming more ferocious to match the intensity of the criminals he was up against has been negated with this movie because he's facing off against supernatural things. I hate to complain because we get to see this best combat Batman in action, but it's not as compelling when it's all CGI. I would have been more invested had he been fighting just thugs. That's his forte. That's what his batsuit was built for, to scare humans. When the things he's fighting are beyond human, they're probably just laughing at his Halloween costume, like Aquaman, another beyond human. The 2017 film opened with Batman capturing a parademon. It was a good scene, lost here, not necessary. And I'm very sorry that Snyder removed the scene where Flash confesses to Batman his fear of battle, and Batman's empathetic reply, "Save one." But I understand. It made Batman look big and Flash look small. And Batman doesn't need to look bigger, but the unknown filmic property Flash needs every foot of his presence right now. Every foot. Did you see what I did there? Because... Also removed, Bruce saying, even if there's a fraction of a chance to revive Superman, which was a nice mirror image of his rationale to kill Superman. Even if there's a fraction of a chance that he might burn down the planet. And here, Bruce does not voice that Superman is more human than I am. Which again would have been a good arc from him regarding Superman as alien. His guilt, after all, is fueling his drive to unite the League. So see, there were a few good characterizations in Whedon's script. An observation on roles for aging men and women. In 2006, Ben Affleck played Diane Lane's illicit lover in Hollywoodland, where he actually portrayed the George Reeves Superman, making him the only actor on Earth to have played both Superman and Batman. Now, I love Diane Lane, but 14 years on, Affleck is still a hulking symbol of sex in Hollywood. And Lane is playing someone's mother. Hey, don't hate me, I'm just the observer.
Not to be sneezed at.
When Bruce introduces the League to Alfred,
Everyone, this is Alfred. I work for him.
that was touching. Jeremy Irons is not only the funniest, snarkiest Alfred, Bruce himself just testified to him being the brains of the operation, not just the manservant who darns his cape and butters his croissants. Obviously a veteran, Alfred stands equal to Bruce in creating tech and bringing down crime. Makes that line in Batman v Superman more poignant.
We're criminals, Alfred. We've always been criminals. Nothing's changed.
We. I mean, Alfred never said, "Who's we, sucker?" Then there is the moving scene of Alfred meeting Superman, removed in the 2017 version. From its music to the staging and dialogue, everything about this controlled, integral scene screams, removed by asshole Warner Brothers execs who know nothing about telling an inspiring story. From the deference they show each other, to the underlying joy on Alfred's face, to that word hidden in Alfred's final line.
Now let's hope you're not too late.
It's not an S.
All the hopes and dreams of Krypton live in you now.
Is there such a thing as the perfect Superman? Look at that face. Look at that jawline. Look at that nose. Look at that manner. Look at his flight. Look at those lats. The way he wears those bell-bottom sweatpants. Look at the... What was the question again? The plot point with the largest potential for being idiotic, the resurrection of Superman, is handled much better in the Snyder Cut. It's not a quick, "Hey, let's do this, Scooby." It's a conflict until the very last second, as the computer incessantly warns this process is irreversible, fighting Cyborg's override all the way. And what was originally the absolute best scene, Superman battling the League and Flash trying to outflank him, is now just one of many great vignettes that make up this colossal movie. But why is Aquaman surprised? Superman is confronted by people he's never met, except Wonder Woman briefly, all attacking him. And they're saying something's wrong with him? What would Jesus do? Well, Superman is Jesus, so... Clark is calmed by Lois, and they visit his farm to get his mind back. And then Lois does a terrible thing. She gives him a shirt. In his short screen time, even Superman has a powerful arc. He comes back alone, afraid, lashes out. Then he connects with his love, his mother, his past, and finally comes into full power when he joins his family of metahumans, the League. Clark visits his Kryptonian ship to get his black suit. But hold on, fanboys, this is not the regeneration suit from Reign of the Supermen. This is just a black suit that Snyder uses here to link to Kal-El's homeland, where everyone, if you remember, wore black. And here's the kicker for this scene. As Clark walks the hallowed corridors, we hear two voices in his head, inspiring him to be Bast, his blood father Jor-El and his adopted father Jonathan Kent, in alternating lines preaching their truths. Russell Crowe great in the role of Jor-El, and Kevin Costner even greater in the role of Jonathan Kent. Man, every time Kevin Costner speaks, I cry. Every time I think of the perfection Henry Cavill brings to the role of Superman, I cry. Every time I hear this soundtrack, I cry. I cry more than a grown man should. This movie's original slogan was, "You can't save the world alone." And everyone, including me, made the joke, well, you can if you're Superman, but in Snyder Cut, they truly are a team.
She with you?
I thought she was with you.
One of the best of the best.
In 2017, Barry Allen was introduced by Bruce throwing a bat shuriken at him. A spectacular scene just for the sound design alone. But we go even deeper in the Snyder Cut as we meet Barry saving the life of a young girl. She's meant to be Iris West, Barry's love interest since the Silver Age. As her car slams a truck and she is thrown forward, Barry smashes through a window to save her. This glass smashing is actually part of Barry's arc. He has not yet learned to vibrate his molecules through matter. Snyder has chosen his source music perfectly. In this scene, Song to the Siren by Rose Betts. I noticed that the song isn't quantized, it breathes with its own timing. Barry is so fast he can take the time to marvel at the girl's face and hair as the song takes its time as well. Brilliant. As he eases her gently to the ground and her car triple flips like a Michael Bay movie. I love the breathtaking representation of Barry's speed with the arc lightning searing the air around him. Definitely some physics tied up in that, like the friction with the air molecules creating static electricity. And I love the way his body strides, tilted forward, arms swinging, really unique and cool. His quirky personality, it's not canon, but it's very entertaining, and Snyder has made him 80% of the comic relief and removed a lot of the clumsy humor from other characters in the 2017 version. Also very refreshing, we see these heroes performing small heroic deeds. Aquaman rescues one man from a sinking trawler. Cyborg fills a poverty-stricken mother's bank account. Wonder Woman nullifies a hostage situation, and Flash saves one girl from a crash. Whereas Whedon showed muggers kicking over fruit stands to represent crime running rampant in the streets, when that's the bottom rung symptom of the true crimes being perpetrated in high office. Snyder opts to show unfortunate people just being beaten by the exigencies of life. You know, I could have regarded Justice League as a kiddie film all the way up to Flash, turning back time to save the world. They got me. The culmination of Flash's arc is the culmination of everything. As the Mother Boxes achieved unity, so did the League. It was Flash who yelled in their first battle, "Guys, this is not together." At the end, they are together. The first battle, Flash tripped, now sure-footed. He was an outcast from society, now society's only hope. With the resurrection scene, we saw a foreshadowing of Flash's powers to turn back time as the Mother Box rose from the liquid to meet his electric touch. Did you notice that? Now, the ticking clock runs out. The Justice League fails. The boxes annihilate creation. In that nanosecond, Barry sees the shockwave heading towards him. He once broke glass to go through it. Now he vibrates his particles so that the shockwave passes through him. That eerie soundtrack as Earth's disintegration expands into the distance behind him. Tom Holkenborg's orchestral score is a sweeping exhilaration that makes you wish you had done more with your wretched life. And Barry runs, faster than he's ever run, toward the source of the explosion. Faster than light, faster than time, pulling the particles backwards, reintegrating reality. During this arc lightning, his arc is achieved. All his life he's been trying to make something of himself to please his dad, the great Billy Crudup. He's even trying to earn a law degree to litigate his father's wrongful imprisonment. Now, at world's end, his thoughts turn to his father, telling him he fought alongside the best of the best. We were all this guy, seeking the approbation of our parents, and then one day finding that we were running toward our destiny. It's all here, Martin Scorsese. It's all here, Bill Maher. I love both you guys, but sometimes you need to look past the glowy things. In 2017, Flash pushed a truck out of the way. Here, he saves Earth. You owe your life to Flash. Justice League is told in 6 chapters and 1 epilogue, with 7 Lord of the Rings endings, and Amber Heard speaking British. I personally think Zack blew it here. There's too much setup for future movies and nothing of substance. I loved the 2017 ending. All you have to do is look up in the sky, with Superman ripping from the ground into a sonic boom. But then I'm partial to Superman, and I realize he did not play a big part in this movie, so I understand the decision. Here, it's touching narration by Silas Stone, fitting considering Cyborg's major role. We also see Jared Leto's Joker from Suicide Squad in a dream sequence. Taking a cue from Heath Ledger, his makeup is smeared. And fanboys, he only says, "We live in a society" in the trailer, a phrase from a Joker meme. Then 2 cents worth of Martian Manhunter. All of this tease and setup is just conjecture at this point because we've lost the 2 best top-tier superheroes we will ever have, Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Unless some hashtags can save the day. 9 stars. Because no matter what Martin Scorsese or Bill Maher say, a great superhero film should fulfill every aspect of what makes any non-superhero film great. Excellent production, sincere intent, compelling story, identifiable characters, nuanced performances, adult themes of existential crises, and arcs of redemption or damnation. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. And if there is sacrifice, bonus. If the soundtrack makes me weep, bonus! It's grand enough filmmaking to take us along for the ride once we accept its contradictory world. Exhibit A, Your Honor, Star Wars and New Hope is in the same bucket. Yes, there will always be fanboys complaining about something. However, as far as DC aficionados are concerned, Zack Snyder's Justice League is canon now. Warner Brothers disagrees, maintaining that even though Snyder just proved how big his balls are, they're still gonna throw him off all future DC projects. On to the next hashtag, restore the Snyderverse. Movie maniacs, use the Speed Force and buy it, steal it, rent it. What I'm saying is, if you seek his monument, look around you. It's the writing on the dais at Heroes Park. It's originally from the tomb of architect Christopher Wren at St. Paul's Cathedral. Look around you, movie maniacs. Justice League is Zack Snyder's monument. Kneel before Zack!
Movie maniacs, they've been watching my YouTube channel and they tell me it's time to ask for the money. Please send $5 donations to Patreon, or you can make a one-off payment to PayPal or Venmo. Thank you, thank you. Any amount will help. They tell me that other things will help me. If you press like or make a comment, that will help my algorithm. I don't know what that is. Okay, keep going. And subscribe, please, subscribe. More subscribers helps Google to find me. If I get enough donations, I'll be able to fix this mic and get these lights turned back on again.
Just why is it so dark in here?
How'd you do that?
It's just a light switch.